Hello everyone, today's book is called Duck and Goose, Honk, Quack, Boo. This is by Tad Hills. So it looks like Duck and Goose are dressed up for Halloween time. Duck and Goose sat watching as day slowly became evening. So, Goose, what are you going to be tomorrow? Duck asked. Goose hesitated. Be? Tomorrow? Well, I think I will be myself, Duck. It's very important to always be yourself. Very true, Goose, except for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Halloween. It's the day not to be yourself. Oh. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Thistle appeared. Did someone say Halloween? I love Halloween. I'm not telling what my costume is a secret. She quacked as she sped off into the shadows. She called, "See you tomorrow, and beware the swamp monster." Oh, a mystery. Goose gulped. Swamp monster? Why would she say beware the swamp monster? Maybe the swamp monster comes out on Halloween, Duck quacked. Duck, I'm not a fan of monsters. I don't like monsters either, Goose, but I do like trick-or-treating. So they're both a little bit worried about what she said, huh? Later that night, Goose tried not to think about the swamp monster. A shiver ran up his spine as he watched the clouds creep across the moon like ghosts. His beak quaked as he listened to the groaning wind rattle the branches. Duck closed his eyes and thought of a bag full of treats. Oh, poor Goose. I don't think Thistle meant to scare him, but she certainly did. The next day was Halloween. Duck got ready to go trick-or-treating. What did Duck dress up as? Yeah, a ghost. And so did Goose. Sorry. Goose is a superhero. Meanwhile, Thistle was getting ready too. Do you remember what Thistle said? She said, beware the swamp monster. Look at how she's getting ready for her costume. I have some ideas in my mind about what might be going on. What about you? Yeah, let's see what happens next. While Goose waited for Duck, he spotted a scary ghost coming towards him. "Hello, Goose," the ghost called out. "Are you ready to go trick-or-treating?" Who are you?" Goose honked. "It's me, Duck." "You look more like a ghost to me, Duck," Goose honked. "How do you know you're not a ghost?" "I'm not really a ghost," Duck quacked. "Look at my feet." Goose had to admit, no one had feet like Duck. "I'd recognize those feet anywhere," he honked. "Then let's go," Duck quacked. So it looks like Goose was a little bit afraid of Duck at first, but can't hide those feet, huh? Yeah, sometimes we see somebody in a scary costume, but then we have to remember, it's just my friend, or it's just a neighbor. They're just dressed up. "Do you think we'll see the swamp monster tonight?" Goose asked nervously. "I hope not," Duck quacked. "I hope we see lots of treats." Yep, Duck is interested in the candy, isn't he? When they reached the edge of the forest, trick-or-treating had already begun. Goose sighed with relief. No monsters in sight. "What kind of animals do you see?" Costumes do you see? "I see a ballerina, a pumpkin, a bumblebee, a butterfly, a sunflower." It's hard to tell what this is. I can't tell. What do you think it is? Lots of different, not so spooky costumes going on. "Hello down there," called the squirrel. "I see a spooky ghost and a brave superhero." "Actually, these are costumes. We are Duck and Goose," honked Goose. "Trick or treat," quacked Duck. So the squirrel says, "I see you." And he's got a bucket of candy to give out. Ooh, we got a little mushroom. Excuse me, said a friendly daisy. Did you say you were a duck and goose? I just met a swamp monster who's looking for you. Goose froze. A swamp monster? He asked. Duck, why would a swamp monster be looking for us? I don't know, Goose, and I don't want to know. Do you know why the swamp monster is looking for them? Yeah. I think you're right. But these two haven't put it together yet. They're too scared. Oh, there's the swamp monster now, said the friendly daisy, and it's headed this way. Oh my gosh. Do you see it? Does it look familiar to you at all? I wonder if they'll figure it out. Duck and Goose turned and saw the scariest, slimiest, and most hideous swamp monster ever. It's after us, Duck! Run! Duck, run! Cried Goose. Oh my gosh. Oh no, they're too scared. Duck and Goose took cover. They huddled together and were as quiet as they could be. They heard the thump, thump, thump of the swamp monster's footsteps getting closer and closer. Oh, Duck, Goose groaned. We're goners. The footsteps suddenly stopped. So they decided to hide in the bush. Oh no. Duck? Goose? Is that you? The swamp monster called. You're right, Goose, Duck whispered. We're doomed. Suddenly, Goose remembered his cape and the G on his chest. Duck, I am a brave superhero, and you are the spookiest ghost I have ever seen. And there are two of us and only one swamp monster, Goose whispered. We can scare it away. Oh, I see. Goose is getting pretty brave. Do you see any hints about the swamp monster? Yeah. I think it's not who they think it is, but they are deciding to be brave. And with that, the brave superhero and the spooky ghost leapt up from behind the leafy bush. Goose honked his bravest honk, and Duck quacked his scariest quack. Boo! They both hollered together. Whew, I think it worked. Yikes, you scared me, the swamp monster quacked. I've been looking for you everywhere for you. Thistle? Goose honked. Is that you? Goose quacked. How do you like my costume? Asked Thistle. I told you to beware of the swamp monster. Pretty scary, aren't I? I've seen scarier, Duck quacked. Well, we don't scare easily, Goose added. Do they? Yeah, they were pretty scared of you, Thistle. But Thistle says, well, that's good because it's time to go trick-or-treating, Thistle quacked. Yeah, it was just Thistle all along. She just put some swamp plants on her. I'm glad they figured it out. And so the ghost, the brave superhero, and the scariest, slimiest, most hideous swamp monster ever wandered through the forest, filling their bags with Halloween treats. Looks like they're getting treats from all over the forest. What a fun night. Later, back in the meadow, Duck and Goose sorted through their treats. In the light of the moon, they shared Halloween stories about a masked superhero, a spooky ghost, and a swamp monster who really wasn't that scary after all. Well, that was fun. And a good little reminder that you might see a costume that feels pretty spooky, but it's just someone you know underneath. Or even if you don't know them, it's just a person underneath. Dressed up. Some people like to be a little spooky on Halloween, and that's fun. That's okay. And some people really like Halloween treats. I don't know. What's your favorite part about Halloween? Yeah. It's a great holiday, and I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you have a terrific day. See you soon. Bye.